How's it going, YouTube? Balls and Cock here. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. No crystal openings. Instead, I'm going to be featuring an upcoming bot for this weekend's event. It's a leaderboard event, and it looks like the Autobot side is getting Perceptor, which we've seen him in some of the cutscenes recently. He's right here. Let's take a look at him. So, yeah, we've been seeing him in the cutscenes, so we knew it was inevitable that he was going to pop up eventually. For those of you old school Transformers fans, you may have had this one when you were younger and know he transforms into well, it was a cheap, cheap microscope back then. Let's go ahead and do the transformation process. Still turns into a microscope, even in this game that's based on war. I thought that they might go with like a tank or something and use his lens as some sort of beam cannon similar to Galvatron, but they decided to go a different route and make him still transform into the microscope, so at least they're still keeping to the toy line with him, which, you know, that's pretty cool. I can dig it. And because he is a scientist, it kind of suits him many ways to still turn into the microscope. Also, because he's a scientist, his ability is a little bit different than most bots. So let's go ahead and go into a game here, a battle. Let's see. I'm going to start in Zone 1 just to use him solo and see what he's got going. Actually, let's check out his stats and bio. I only took him up to level 10 so far because my capabilities of leveling up in this test server is relatively limited right now since I'm still new here. I haven't had an opportunity to really build anything up, so I can't power level these guys very fast at this point. So I only have him up to level 11. I just got him out of the research center there, and his DPS is 37.6 at this point. Health is 870, speed is 3, short range. He is a special class, and he does have the ability to dodge projectiles from mortars and cannons, similar to Bumblebee and Rust Dust, which, as a lot of you know, can be pretty useful for survival purposes. His ability is a defensive hack, which allows him to hack other defenses with a double attack, and basically it hacks another defense or one of the enemy defenses and has that structure that's hacked attack other defenses with double the attack speed but 75% damage. So the damage isn't quite as high, but that double attack speed, it probably causes more damage than normal at that pace, I would believe, or I would assume. Right now I only have it up to level 3, also because my limitations, I don't have enough storage for Energon to get it any higher than that right now. So for right now, it hacks a defensive structure for 7 seconds. Being that it's been a while since I've had low-level bots, I couldn't really tell you if it's like what the comparable health and DPS is. Let me see if I have any other bots around that level. Let's see, Jetfire maybe. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. So Jetfire is level 16, 50, and 402. So his health is definitely higher than the Flyer at level 11, and the DPS, by the time he reaches Jetfire's level, it might be similar. Let me see if I can find somebody else here. How about a gunner? Here's a level 12 gunner, 35 and 289. So Perceptor's DPS is actually higher than Sunstreaker, and his health is much higher than Sunstreaker. So really, that's not too bad statistically. Of course, he is a 4-star compared to a 2-star, which also limitations as far as testing guys on this server. Let me see. Sea Spray, what level is he? He's 16, 51.9712. So still, Perceptor has more health at level 11. And I'm sure by the time he's level 16 that his DPS will be at least comparable to the 3-star Sea Spray. Not too bad. The only other guy I can really hit him against is Grimlock. Grimlock's health is off the chart compared to Perceptor. I don't think he's going to be that high. But the DPS might be about the same. Of course, he doesn't need Grimlock's health, nor does he need a tank's health, such as Optimus Prime, since he can dodge the mortar and cannon fire. It kind of offsets that. So, with that being said, let us go ahead and get into a battle here. This is Zone 1, so I'm only going to use Perceptor. I'm going to go ahead and solo it, or at least attempt to solo it. Let's see what he has in the tank. To power level him up to 10, I just used Sunstreaker and him in like Zone 3 or whatever, 4. So this should be pretty simple. Just a couple of autocannons, defensive outpost. Shouldn't even have to pop that defensive outpost. I'll just drop Perceptor over here. Looks like he's going after the wrong thing. But the autocannon is not even going to touch him. I'll speed it up. But first of all, look how cool his regular attack looks. I like that. I just like the straightforward beam firing. That is just really cool. I'm going to go ahead and hack this to see if it'll attack anything else. It says it attacks defensive structures. Oh, well, I guess if there's not a defensive structure around it, it attacks anything. But it was kind of funky there because it turned away. Let me try that again. Oh, now there's nothing near it. The headquarters, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of turning away and then turning back, which is weird because I haven't seen it do that yet. So that must be just because there's no other defensive structures around. It's probably seeking out a defensive structure. I'm not sure if it attacks other bots. Maybe I should have popped that outpost. So there we go. Zone 1. Things should get a little more interesting here in the next level. I'm going to go ahead and use a 2-man team with Sunstreaker and Perceptor. And I will put them in a higher zone, of course. I'm going Zone 4. Recommended power is 500. These guys will have 237. Oh, no, wrong team. There we go. 341, that's more like it. So, this is basically the combo I used to get him up to level 10 in Zone 4. Sunstreaker, as everybody knows, is pretty much a beast, so very effective at the lower levels especially. All right, let's see. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to drop these guys on this side. I'm going to start with Sunstreaker's ability. I'm going to hack this laser turret, and the laser turret just goes after the mortar and tears it up. All right, so Megatron comes out. Let me see if I can hack Megatron. Well, he's trying something. I don't know what he just did, but I guess I wasted ability points on something there. So it doesn't look like you can hack other bots. And now I don't have ability points. He's holding up against that laser turret pretty well. He's a smaller bot than what I thought he was going to be. The toy back in the day was a pretty decent size. Of course, it had to transform into a working microscope for us humans, so I guess they had to make it relatively large, but I was still kind of surprised to see how small he was here in the game. I thought he would be a little bit bigger. Let me go ahead and do one more battle, and I'll put him on a full team here. We're going to do Zone 5, and I'll try to make better use of him. That way you guys can get an idea of how his ability is going to help out during these battles. What I have been basically doing is using Sunstreaker to weaken a group of defenses and hacking one of those defenses right in the middle of the group, which this is actually going to be a perfect example. I'm only going to drop Sunstreaker and Perceptor at first. I'm going to go ahead and use Sunstreaker, and I'm going to hack this middle laser turret with Perceptor. He takes out one laser turret, goes after the mortar, and time's up. So right now, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to hack the same laser turret. It should finish off the mortar. Do a little damage on one of those autocannons. Oh, and the other autocannon. See, that's not half bad, really. Looks like Perceptor might go down. Oh, he won. Man, I don't see any health on that guy. But somehow he survives. His regular ability looks cool. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but then again, I mean, like I said, he's very low level, so we'll see what it looks like when he gets up in the 30s or 40s. Speed this up a little bit. So there you have it. That's Perceptor, folks. Might do one more battle for you guys just for the heck of it. Can't get enough of that, right? Level 12 now. Moving on up. So, oh, actually, I think I'm out of fuel cells anyway. I'm not going to purchase any more right now. So yeah, there you go. That's it. Perceptor, folks. Hopefully you guys will all get the best one available in the leaderboard event this coming weekend. Some of you might take a chance on working him into one of your top teams. If you do land a 4-star or maybe even a 3-star, others may not give him a chance based on what they hear about Bombshell, but I think it's definitely an interesting ability. You know, a lot of people give Huffer a lot of grief as well, but Huffer is actually one of my lead tanks on my B team right now, so you never know how things are going to play out. It does give you a different play style to tinker with, which I can definitely appreciate. You know, something other than these offensive rushes or airstrikes. You know, it's like the same stuff over and over again you're seeing. I like seeing new abilities, different abilities. I know the Decepticons have had Bombshell for a while now. So maybe they don't care so much about it, but for us Autobots, it is a new ability if you don't have a Decepticon account, and something to tinker with. So I wish you all the best of luck in this weekend's event. And for now, I'm out. Go ahead and like this video and share it with your friends. Leave a comment. Let me know what else you guys would like to see in the future. All right, have a good one.